stockpile food for the coming storm. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. If you're here on the channel watching this video, hopefully you're of a preparedness mindset. And if you're not, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome to the world of preparedness, the world of common sense. Prepping is living insurance. Just like you have life insurance, just like you have car insurance, just like you have home insurance, all these different things, right? Well, why wouldn't you have living insurance? Food set aside, water set aside, the ability to grow and replenish the food after you use it, to raise animals, to replenish also, to have abilities like hunting, fishing, trapping, snaring, foraging. Common sense, right? Are the people before us, my grandparents, their parents, stuff like that, always had supplies in like a root cellar. They knew that having some food set aside was a good idea, right? They lived through the Great Depression and other tough times. They knew and they saw what could happen. Well, with everything going on in the world today, hopefully you guys see what's happening. So, for those of you that are new, I'll talk about a couple things and I'll get into some other stuff. But first off, if you guys like the content, enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button. Ring the notification bell for all, or hit the thumbs up, or comment below, or share the videos, or do all of it. That would be greatly appreciated, because then we can reach more people. We can make more people aware of the need to prepare. We can empower more people to be self-sufficient. This is important. If we're going to get through this as a nation, as a people, as communities, however it goes down, we need to have food set aside. So for the beginners, for the new people here, what should you stockpile? What kind of stuff should you put in your food storage? I use food storage as a term for everything. Food, water, supplies, all the other stuff. Okay, I just lump it, I just use the common term food storage. So what should you have the ability to do? You should have the ability to cook. You should try to have the ability to garden is a top one. Canning is a good one. Defensive and tactical skills are very important. Having the proper tools to do so also is very important. Having the ability to protect what you have is very important. So food, stockpiling food. There's the basics. Beans, rice, corn, wheat, barley, lentils, stuff like that, dry goods. Stockpile that. You can do flour, peanut butter. There's a lot of stuff, obviously. This is just touching on the surface for those beginners. I'll get into the other stuff in a minute. So, and store yourself properly. In buckets, in some kind of container with oxygen absorbers, stuff like that. Freeze your grains before you put them in, do all that, all the good stuff. There's other videos about that. Have lots of food. Bare minimum month. More like 6 months, a year, maybe more. If you feel froggy, more is better, definitely. What are some other things you need to have? You need to have ability to build shelter, to provide shelter for yourself, to start fires, and to keep them going, to cook food, to keep you warm in the winter, stuff like that. Basic wilderness survival skills are very important. At least basic first aid and medical skills is also very important. There's a lot to it. You can't know everything. One of the biggest parts for the new people and the people that have been around for a while, whatever, tribe. What is tribe? Tribe is your mutual assistance group. It's people that you can rely on to help you in a time of need. Or, if stuff totally goes chaotic, to work together to form a community, to protect, defend, grow, to do all the things, to keep yourselves alive, to get through this, whatever calamity is coming. We have to work together, that's for sure. That's why I'm here, trying to get you guys some knowledge, some skills, mainly the empowerment, the getting you in the thought process of what you need to look at, what kind of things do you need to think about, what kind of, how do I set up security? What should I stockpile for food? First off, stockpile what you eat. What you eat may be different than what I eat. And the biggest things, though, is, a lot of people aren't going to want to hear this, physical fitness. I'm getting ready to go work out with my son. We're going to get a good workout on. Today's upper body. You don't have to work out in a gym. We work out at home. We have dumbbells, basic stuff. You can keep it simple. Pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, lunges. There's so much you can do. Calf raises, you go for a hike, you can go for a ruck, you can go for a bike ride, canoe trip, whatever. Get out and move your body. Functional fitness is key. You gotta be functionally fit. But as far as stockpiling and getting yourself through these tough times, whether it's inflation, whether it's just worse inflation, whether it's shortages, whether it's a complete and utter breakdown of our supply chain and thus our society. If that happens, chaos will reign. You need the ability to protect and defend yourself and be in a location that is fairly defensible and have the option to, or make it your primary to stay mobile, to stay ahead of whoever it is that's trying to come take your stuff or to cause chaos. Staying mobile has a lot of different issues with it, though. A lot of difficulties. Where do you go? Bug out locations, routes, caches of food, water, supplies. Very important. Make sure you're stockpiling proteins also. It's very easy to stockpile carbs. Rice is cheap. Corn is cheap. Wheat is, still, it's still affordable. But canned meats is a really good way to do it. Freeze-dried meats. And if you're looking for freeze-dried, bucketed, like meals, I have a really good place for you. I use them. I believe in them. We prep them. We stockpile them. We have used them. We don't try not to use them too often because that's our preps, right? But Ready Hour food buckets from My Patriot Supply. Links in the description below. You can go to the website that they built for me, preparewithap.com, and save you some money. And yes, I make a little bit of affiliate money, a percentage. No big deal, but it's a good product to go along with your bulk dry goods and your canned goods, canned meats, canned veggies, canned fruits. It's a whole system. You want to be well balanced. You don't want to just have these buckets of freeze-dried foods. You don't want to just have canned goods, and you don't want to just have dry goods. Dry goods take a lot of water to cook and to prepare for consumption. One thing that's good about canned goods is you just open up the can and eat it. No preparation required. That's why it's good to have a mix of items in your food storage. Very important. So, with that said, we need to be getting what we can while we can. There's a lot of food processing plants that are catching fire somehow, magically. One, I get. Two, whatever. Three, whoa, you really start like, what? Yeah, okay. All these different, animal calamities, sicknesses and stuff like that going around. The mass, killing off of chickens and stuff. The whole push for meatless society. The whole push by powers that be to control us, to take away our rights, take away our liberties, take away our freedoms. All this stuff. It's all a big game to some people. And we're the pawns. So us pawns need to empower ourselves and up our game so we're no longer pawns. We are knights or rooks or bishops. We need to do everything we can to provide for our families. We need to do everything we can to be productive members of a community and or society in general. Skills are important. Physical fitness is important. Food storage is important. Guerrilla gardening. Find areas you don't necessarily own, not along roadsides because they spray along roadsides, but empty fields, clearings in wooded areas, whatever, and plant stuff. Just, potatoes are cheap, onions are cheap, Jerusalem artichokes are cheap. See them right over there, or yeah, actually right there, growing up right there. Pick species that grow well in the area and just plant them. Don't worry about watering them. Don't worry about taking care of them. I know it's not your areas. It's not like you're going to be hanging out there a bunch. And just have them grow as an option for food location. Also look around you. People say there's a food shortage. Well, everywhere I look, there's food. There's food everywhere. And I'm not talking about the stuff I'm growing. I'm talking about the stuff that is out there amongst that stuff that grows. Wild edibles. And is wild edibles, is that a way to really sustain yourself long term? No, because you'd have to be eating it constantly. You'd have to have protein, you'd have to have animals mixed in there also. But it can supplement your dietary needs. Yes, baby girl.
Can I use the hose to spray something on?
Yes, you may. Oh, love you, baby girl. We will see, probably in very short order, that preppers are not crazy. We're the smart ones. People will regret not knowing, not learning about preparedness and or not preparing themselves if they did know about it. So do what you can, when you can, as much as you can. Get ready. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And blessings to you and yours.